Good afternoon, YouTube. Pardon my voice. I haven't been feeling the greatest lately. I think I picked up a flu bug at Sam's Club. I have been following, and I don't know if you have as well, the saga of the pigs in Michigan. And this is an important thing for us to keep an eye on, simply as Americans, not just farmers, but Americans in general. Because the DNR there is destroying pigs, and the reason they're destroying pigs is because they're not basically fitting an idealized version of what they want pigs to be. As you can see, these pigs here, that in this photo, all right, while they are pink, which apparently is what Michigan DNR feels pigs should be, they have pointed ears. So they're more than likely going to be destroyed. Or even if they had floppy ears, they'd probably still be destroyed. I don't know what's going on in the DNR's mind there, but anyways, this has been going on for a while. Baker's Green Acres, Mark Baker, got this whole ball rolling and really brought this to the forefront on his, at least I ran into it on his YouTube videos. And I guess his wife also has a blog where she's been talking about this. Now it's hit Drudge Report. Okay, I got this through Drudge Report. I'm so used to having my iPad, I don't know how to use a mouse anymore. It says, Natural News exclusive. Michigan government unleashes armed raids on small pig farmers. Forces farmer to shoot his own pigs. Well, I don't know about them forcing him to shoot his own pigs. From my understanding from Mark's last video was that the farmer destroyed the pigs himself before before they showed up. But what they have been doing is they've been doing some raids of farms. They've been actually going to farms and saying, hey, let us on your land. We need to check your pigs. And if they run across pigs, they've been taking them to kill them, or they've been killing them right there. I mean, it's totally against the Fourth Amendment. And there's no reason for it. They're trying to say that these are feral pigs that just be based on their body type. And they're real vague on their body type. These are feral pigs. But this is what I want to show you, okay? There is an interview of Mark Baker on this Alex Jones's show. Now, he's got a different kind of player, and I don't know how to download a copy of this onto my YouTube. I'm not sure that it will, but I want to give you a little clip.
Our conversation about farming in America is Mark Baker from bakersgreenacres.com. He is the Michigan pig farmer that we mentioned earlier. Mark, are you with us right now?
I'm here, Mike.
Thank you, Mark, for joining us today, man. It's great to hear from you. You're a very courageous American. Just want to give a quick background. You're an Air Force veteran. You've been a farmer there in Michigan for, what, 5 or 6 years, something around that time?
About 8. I got out of the service in 2004.
Okay, 8 years. Okay, I didn't know that. So on April 1... you were there at your farm thinking, oh my goodness, the state is going to come slaughter my herd. What actually happened that night before April 1 when that regulation was going to kick in?
Well, we got tipped off on Friday that they were coming, and I called my lawyer, and he made a few phone calls. And apparently the Attorney General in Michigan stepped in and said that there would not be any movement against us until our court case is settled. So I had some reassurance, but there's a bit of a trust issue with these guys, so I moved my family off Saturday afternoon anyway, just as a precaution. And then I stood from 12 to 12 the next day waiting, and they didn't show.
All right, so you could still be raided at any time under this invasive species order that the DNR in Michigan has actually put into place, correct? They haven't?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't see any concrete block to keep them from doing what they want to do.
Okay, that's just a taste of it. I don't want to get into any copyright issues with these people. I just want to make sure that I got this out there, because on the page is also some information. Sorry guys, I am so used to working with my iPad that this seems primitive. Anyways, is that they're putting out a call for people to show up in Michigan. It's a totally different state for me. I will not be able to make it, but I figured this is one thing I could do to kind of help show some support, is get this information out to my 15 subscribers, 16 subscribers. Yeah, tell people about me. Anyways, about this hearing that's going to be happening in Sheboygan County in Michigan. All right, it's Friday morning at 9 a.m. Friday morning at 9 a.m. The more people that they can get there to take and show some support for this, the more likely they are to take this seriously. All right? Basically, what they're saying is that the government can tell you what kind of animals you can raise. All right? They're not just saying, oh, you know, you're not in a zoned area for livestock, you need to get rid of these animals. They're saying, no, you know what? We don't like that type of cat. You can only have this type of cat. But here, we're going to make the genome, the characteristics of the type of cat you can have so vague that we can pretty much pick and choose what cats we like and what cats we don't like. Same thing with dogs. You're going to find the same. They can do it with just about anything they want. All right. They can take and go onto farms and tell farmers, no, you can have this type of cow, not that type of cow. All right. And the thing is, they're just showing up at people's farms and saying, we have the right to do this. And so far, I guess there have been a couple of farmers who have said, no, you need to go get a court order giving you a warrant to come onto the property. But it's ridiculous what they can do. Okay, here's some numbers that they have on that you can call. Okay, there's the governor's office. At least I'm hoping that that's his office, because it says Office of Governor Schneider. Okay, that's the governor of Michigan. You'll notice that there are two different phone numbers. All right, one is specifically for people that live in Michigan. You know what this means. All right, this means, oh look, they're voters, I better listen. This means, oh look, the round filing cabinet. You know, the one that goes in the big machine that goes. Okay. They put down, when you call, demand the investigation and arrest of the DNR report workers who conspired. Okay. First off, what you need to do, and I don't agree with arresting the DNR workers. They're just doing their jobs, people, just like anybody else. What you need to do is you need to demand that law, that Michigan law, go to the Michigan court system and be challenged for its constitutionality and for the vagueness of it. All right, then they say to call the DNR, okay, and complain about their total tyranny against the Michigan farmers and ranchers. Okay, contact this Rodney Stokes, who, by the way, if you go check out Baker's Green Acres, I'll try to get you a link to his homepage so you can see this. He didn't even bother to show up for the Senate hearing that Mark was able to get set up. Okay? Nobody from the DNR even had to take and show up to defend their own law. And the senators that were there basically said, oh, well. So, yeah, call them up and ask them what right they had as a non-voted entity to pass a law. As far as I know, the only ones that are allowed to pass laws are supposed to be the people we vote in, our representatives. And then there's the acting resources deputy, the chief administrative office. I don't know what Mark Hoffman has to do with it. Legislative liaison, Gary Owens. He'd be a good one to take and ask about that. Gary Owens. Wasn't that an announcer for Laugh-In?
Now, from the beautiful downtown Burbank annex of Buckingham Palace, NBC takes another chop at Ringo Starr's presentation of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Information Officer Ed Golder, Upper Peninsula Regional Coordinator, Policy Coordinator Donna, she'd be a good one to probably call. Senior Executive, I don't know what Patricia would have to do with it. Call the Law Enforcement Division of the Michigan DNR. Here we go. Okay, Gary Hagler. He would have been a good one to even have there at that hearing, since he's the one that has to go out and enforce this stuff. Call the Michigan Office of Attorney General. Okay? Call them up. Ask them what right these people had to pass this law, basically, is what it is. They feel they passed a law that they could just go in on these people's farms. And then share the story. They say Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Well, that's what I'm doing. I am sharing the story with you guys. Okay? You'll see down here there's some more stories that are linked to it and some other things. Okay? So, go check this out. I'm going to give everybody a headache here. Go check this out on Natural News. Go check it out on, I forgot the name of the site that, I'll put it down below, the site that has the interview on it. Check out Mark's Baker's Green Acres webpage for his YouTube videos. I'm telling you, he's got this thing nailed down great. He is a great speaker. He presents himself well. He's got his ducks in a row. I would really like to see this guy run for some form of governmental job. I think that's really what the farmers need. He presents himself really well. I don't know if that's his military background helping him out there, or if he is just really so passionate about this that he can speak to it. But definitely go read up on this stuff, guys, because I'm not usually a big conspiracy theorist, but when the government starts dictating what you can and can't have, when it comes to genomes, you know, everybody's up in arms about the fact that there are cities that want to get rid of pit bulls. I don't see anybody saying a diggity dang thing in the animal rights world about these small pig farmers that are being basically put out of business, while the great big farms that are that have the pigs that they have to dock the tails on, because otherwise they chew each other's tails off out of frustration that nothing's being done about them or being said about them. So, hey, link to this. I'm going to set this up so it can be syndicated, which I think means that you guys can take and download it as well onto your YouTube page. Go over to Mark's, check him out. I think he has the same thing set up with some of his, because I've seen that show up on some of the other bloggers that I subscribe to as well. Alright, get this news out. Spread it around.